Monday night, and I'm the director here at the Barron Arts Center. And on behalf of myself and my staff, Bradley Howell, our program coordinator, I'd like to welcome you to the last concert in our series, Our Grant History Alive, New Jersey and Beyond. I'm very pleased to present to you Joseph Alton Miller, and I know you're going to like him as much as I do. Thank you.
Well, I stood there and let her happen. She isn't there for just me. She wrapped her legs around my neck and pulled me in so I could see. Well, words have been thrown around as far as God's eyes have seen. But words are not enough for this lost woman introduced as New Orleans. For a minute I was lost inside. Well, I thought she was the one, but I was just another boy, a paid customer. I signed my name in blood. Louise, can you see Anna walk into the trap? Well, I parked my car on Bourbon Street and I tried to take a nap. Louise, can you see Anna? Well, she is thinking that she'll stay, and I am standing next to her. I'll leave another day. Well, she stands around with her Cajun smile. She played me her collection of jazz and blues. Well, I guess it was her brown young eyes that put me in the mood. Well, Anna held my hand so tight, at least until I was convinced. And I told Louise that I'd be fine, but I think she saw me slip. Well, Louise, can you see Anna walk into the trap? And I parked my car on Bourbon Street and I tried to take a nap. Well, Louise, can you see Anna? Well, she is thinking that she'll stay, and I am standing next to her. Will I leave another day? Well, I won't leave today. I won't leave today. Well, I've been wandering on Bourbon Street from sunup to sundown. But daylight, it serves no purpose in Louise and Anna's town. And home is too far away now, so I guess I'm just spending time. And I let New Orleans swallow me whole and spit me out when I die. Louise, can you see Anna walk into the trap? Well, I parked my car on Bourbon Street and I tried to take a nap. Well, Louise, can you see Anna? Well, she is thinking that she'll stay. And I am standing next to her. Well, I'll leave another day, but I won't leave today. Thanks, y'all. How you doing today? Good. It's really, really great to see all y'all out there. So my name is Joseph Alton Miller. I reside in Hazlitt, but originally I'm from up near Ithaca, New York. And I moved down here about 10 years ago after graduating college with a music business degree. I received a job with a jazz label out near Philadelphia, and then the market crashed. And 2 days before I started that job, I lost the job. I went to school for, my first 2 years, I went to school for classical music at a small university in northern PA, and wasn't quite getting it. They kicked me out after about 2 years. And I waited for a couple of weeks in my apartment while all my roommates went to class, deciding what I was going to tell my parents when I got home. So I just kind of waited. I finally packed up all my stuff. I started driving back home, and I received a phone call from the president of the university. And she said, "Hey, I'm aware of your situation. Is there a way you can come back here to meet with me?" And I said, "Well, of course, but what's it about?" And she said, "Well, I just wanted to thank you personally for all of the concerts that you've played in my home." She used to hire me to come to her home and play concerts for some friends. So I went back, and the next day I met with her, and she had a man there in her home. His name was Doug Crowder, and she introduced me. He was from North Carolina, and she asked me if I wanted to come back to the university and be a test subject and learn American folk music. And I said, anything to get me back in so I don't have to go home and tell my parents. They hired Douglas Crowder on the spot there, and they brought me back into the university. And I graduated with a wonderful GPA. And a couple of years later, my mentor, Dr. Douglas Crowder, passed away. And this next song is for him. It's called Procrastination. Let me get the right equipment here. Where am I going? Where have I been? Well, I've been lost before, and I found myself again. I'll wait for losing to begin. Well, I keep my memories in mind, and I keep my promises in a room filled with time, with a sign that reads, assigned. There's a door that I can't open that says there's too many things I gotta do. Well, I just thought I'd get the chance to get to you, to get to you. Sometimes this system gets to me, living under rules. I thought I would have chances to be free, but that's society. Well, I've got these pictures in my head. I'm flying south to teach the music of our ancestry unsaid. And I see the Chesapeake ahead. Well, I know one thing about the water that keeps making me jump in this old canoe, so I can drift down to the bay to get to you, to get to you. Well, I'm on my front porch singing songs about the Dust Bowl and the fact that we've been glued. Well, I hope someday I'll get the chance to get to you, to get to you. Yeah, well, I hope someday I'll get the chance to get to you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. About 6 or 7 years ago, I had made a silly decision to disappear into the woods for a while. My girlfriend at the time was not too happy with the fact that I had decided to do this, but in my heart felt like something that I just needed to do, just get away for a little bit and just go out there and explore a little bit. So without any experience whatsoever, I packed a backpack and some really crappy hiking boots, and I headed up to the Catskills on a path called the Devil's Path. And we took the long route, so it was about 40 miles, and we saw 7 peaks over the course of 4 days. And on the last day, we came to a river, and we knew at this point that there was no turning around. We were absolutely going to make it. We were kind of sitting there patting ourselves on the back, smoking a cigar. And I looked at my buddy and I said, hey, I think I'm going to go home and ask my girlfriend to marry me. He said, well, isn't she a little pissed off at you? I said, yeah, this is the perfect time to do it. So he said, well, you don't have any money, and I know you don't have a ring. So how are you going to do that? I looked up at the tree, and there was a red trail marker there, and I said, well, there's a circle right up there. A ring's just a circle, ain't it? He said, dude, I don't think that's going to fly. We got out of the woods that day, and once I got into cell phone service, I called my girlfriend's mother, and I didn't tell her what I was about to do, but I was pretty excited, if you remember. Went home, washed all the dirt off of me, and I told my girlfriend to meet me with the best dress that she has in Red Bank. And we were sitting there, and I had no idea what the hell I was doing, so I just took the trail marker out and slid it across the table, and she said, "What the hell is that?" I said, "That's your ring. Will you marry me?" She said yes. I'm a lucky man. We have a 3-year-old daughter now, and yeah. This next song is called "The Devil's Path," and it's about my experience out there.
There's a wanderer kicking dirt to make a path he won't forget. It's been 15 days and he ain't seen a plate of dinner yet. He had traded in his money for a way to get him lost, to spend a few days climbing mountains, losing trails at any cost. Somewhere in the notch between the devil and his course, there's a playground where he found himself a way to reinforce. And he felt his legs give up on him a mile or two before, but the devil called and told that boy to give it a few more. Just wait until you see what I did. Wait until you see what I have done. Well, I've been draining mountains. Wait until you see what I have done. He sat inside a shelter place with all the things he kept, but he could not figure out the place where Rip Van Winkle slept. And he hadn't closed his eyes in days. He couldn't find the rest that he needed for his permanent affair with this address. Well, just wait until you see what I did. Wait until you see what I have done. Well, I've been draining mountains. Wait until you see what I have done. These huts and school pupils and their painted perfect swirls come to life again in drifting over casting worlds. And he sees the place where he had started through his looking glass, rendering his final bridge to pass. Yeah. Cigarettes and whiskey kept him tied down to the fire as he loosened up the boots that he had worn with his attire. And he finally fell asleep that night as flames began to black, as he dreamt of dreams he lived in life, never turning back. Well, just wait until you see what I did. Wait until you see what I have done. Well, I've been draining mountains. Wait until you see what I have done.
Thanks, y'all. Thank you very much. This next tune is a song I wrote pretty recently about growing up in the town that I did. When I was a kid, I had an older brother, 3 years older than me, and we would go out into the street and play touch football with some of the older kids in the neighborhood, and there weren't a whole lot of kids in our neighborhood, so the kids that were like in high school, they were out playing, and you know, eventually my parents felt comfortable enough to let us go out and run around with the boys. But the rule was, and a very common rule in a small town is, be home by the time the streetlights come on. We failed to do so on many occasions. One of those kids that was kind of like the leader of the pack in the neighborhood, his name was Josh, and his senior year of high school, Josh was a really big guy, and the senior year of high school, he got off the bus, and we all walked off the bus together and went down to my house. It was 3 houses down, and then about 2 hours later, the street was filled with medics and police. Josh had fallen asleep in the recliner and had a heart attack and passed away. And I think of him often, you know, it's been so long, and we weren't super close, and to be quite honest, he was a little bit of a bully. But as I grow older, you know, we were just kids, and poor guy should have had a chance. So this is dedicated to him and all the kids out there just playing around before the streetlights come on.
Saturdays we left alone, and Mama let us play till the street lights came back on. Then it was time to go, the end of our day till next time. Streetlight Saturdays. Josh had made his way back home. He parked himself in the recliner by the phone. Then it was time to go, the end of his day till next time. Streetlight Saturdays. Quiet streets with no parades. Some of us kids won't find their way. The sons of daughters on display. Now they're tired of our charades. And now his daughter's tired of me. Whoa, sweet promenade. Don't let the others see. Pull down the window shade. It feels safe in here, the end of our day. Don't pay no mind, our night is underway. I often wonder about them days. Those nervous kids, we thought we took it all the way. We might have had too much at our fairground stay. It's only Streetlight Saturday. Well, I can't remember a time we were honest with our parents. We never kept our promise more than a week. Now my mother's tired of me. Now my mother's tired of me. Quiet streets with no parades. Some of us kids won't find their way. The sons of daughters on display. Now they're tired of our charades. And now my daughter's tired. Now my daughter's tired of me. Now my daughter's tired of me. Now my daughter's tired of me.
Thanks, y'all. So, this is the first set. I'm the opening act for the band that's coming on after me, which is really just me and my band. I don't normally play in a band, and it's been quite a long time since I have, many, many years. Cynthia here wanted to know if I could bring a band, so we brought a damn band. So that'll be fun. This next tune here is a song that I wrote for one of my best friends in the world. And if I find the right harmonica here, then we can sing it. My best friend is the most talented person that I think anybody will ever meet. And he's also, unfortunately, the saddest person that I've ever met. And he's been battling with that virtually his whole life. So this is for my dear friend. It's called Faded Fighter.
This glass I poured ain't getting any lighter. I am a faded fighter, they say. I don't know when I became an overnighter, a firefighter that starts the blaze. But I cannot die. Believe me, I've tried. I guess I'm stuck living my life in the wrong time. Leave me home, leave me home. I've misplaced my hope. Leave me home, leave me home. I can't face this globe, 'cause every time I do I see me. Flashing back, well, I never counted numbers. I never had a slumber guarantee. She came by just to sleep for a while, but she became my skeleton key. And I put myself to sleep. A little bit of wine and whiskey, and try to ignore all the things on the news screen. Leave me home, leave me home. I've misplaced my hope. Leave me home, leave me home. I can't face this globe, 'cause every time I do I see me. Well, I thought I would let this bottle drown my sorrows, but I found that my sorrows could swim. I lay my head down, close my eyes, reclaim my mind, let my lights go dim. Flashing back, well, I never counted numbers, never had a slumber guarantee. But if I could, I'd travel 6 feet under, then return again with nothing but my dreams. But I'll put myself to sleep with all the whiskey far behind me. But until then, I'll ask you, please just leave me home. Leave me home, I've misplaced my hope. Leave me home, leave me home, I can't face this globe. 'Cause every time I do, I see me.
Thanks, y'all. Appreciate that. So yeah, where I grew up, in the town that I went to school in, and this is the part of the show where folks tend to get their phones out and open up Google Maps. Because they don't believe a word I say when I tell this to people. But my elementary school, we had a baseball field just next to the school. And that baseball field had a fence just behind the dugout. And on the other side of that fence was a man. His name was Steve. And Steve spent a lot of time on the other side of that fence, high up in a tower with a rifle. There was a maximum security prison right there. So we used to throw stuff over this fence, and we'd take the mats out of the dugout, throw them over the barbed wire, and climb over the fence and go get them. And Steve was just there like, I got you guys, don't worry. He was cool. Eventually, they built that fence a little bit taller, and with a little bit more barbed wire. And then there's another fence now. A little path in between. I became obsessed with the idea of prisons. As a child, I wanted to know what the hell was going on in there. So, a lot of my friends, their fathers and their mothers worked for the prison, guards, cooks, things of that nature. I went to school with the warden's daughter. When I got older, I started calling my friends and say, hey, can you get me in there? Oh, what do you mean, get you in the prison? Yeah, I want to go in the prison. Well, they got me in the prison. They let me go in and talk to some of the inmates. I was 19, 20 at the time. And I started writing notes and jotting down ideas for songs. All my songs that year were about prison. I just wanted to kind of understand what was going on in there. You see it on TV, but hopefully we never end up there. Guy gave me this number to his friend down in Texas. His name's John. John was a chef in one of the prisons down there, and his main job was to make the meals for the last meal. This song is pretty much his story. couple of twists and turns in it, but pretty much how the phone conversation went. It's called The Last Supper.
Tried my best to make it. Everything he wanted, everything he's waited for. And you said, give it some time, you'll get used to this. Seen people eat those meals of yours, well, I'm not so sure. I'm waiting for concrete to patch up my head. It takes a lot out of me to feed these hungry men. 3, 2, 1, you're dead. Met a man who claimed he was innocent, and I believed him, but who am I? I'm just a chef for his last day on earth. And I made a fillet for the man who killed my friend. And with a smile on his face, he said it was the best that he's ever had. And I watched that needle go straight into his arm. As he became weak, he waved goodbye. And he mouthed the words, well, I'm sorry, I'm waiting for concrete to patch up my head. It takes a lot out of me, yeah, to feed these hungry men. Well, I'm connecting with people that I'll never see again. Well, you don't wanna meet me, 'cause as soon as you do, you're dead. 3, 2, 1, I keep these pictures in my head of every man that I fed, and I've got no chance to hide all this pressure inside. And I know I chose this job, it didn't choose me. Working death row, John Doe, my eyes at my feet, getting connected with these federal inmates that I feed. Soon as they put the fork down, the executioner's already done his deed. And I can't win, I can't win, I can't seem to win, no. But I know these tears won't compensate for the mistakes I made. I try to overcome my pain by confronting my shame. I try. There's some of that plus the fact I done changed. You know why you think about more when you have no time? It's no lie. They say before you die, the light flashes in front of your eyes. And in my mind, I rewind way back in history to a place where I kept my most precious memories. It was thoughts of me and my mom. On Sunday night, she'd cook dinner for me and my sisters, reminiscing about the collard greens and the chicken and the mashed potatoes. Homemade apple pie was delicious, but now look at the irony of my position. Only meal I had better was this one I had in prison. I'm stuck in time, happiness gained and remembered. And even though I'm on this long road of redemption, I might have not have found redemption, but I found peace. Listen, I'm waiting for concrete to patch up my head. It takes a lot out of me, yeah, to feed these hungry men. Well, I'm connecting with people that I'll never see again. Well, you don't want to meet me, 'cause as soon as you do, 3, 2, 1, you're dead. Thanks, y'all. My name is Joseph Alton Miller. We're going to take a brief intermission, and we'll be back with the band, all right? Thanks, y'all. This is my band. Yeah. We put this band together specifically for this show, but it ended up, we've done a couple of gigs prior, and we'll have a couple of gigs after, and hopefully more than that. I love playing with these guys. They're not only wonderful musicians, but absolutely great people. We have Clint Newman over here, slapping the bass. And this guy over here, I've known this guy since pretty much since I moved down here 10 years ago. We've been talking about playing together for pretty much 10 years. He's been hounding me, and finally he gave me $5,000 and said, "Here, dude, will you play with me?" So I started. So I was like, all right, cool. This is Andrew Olivia. Hope we don't rock your faces off too much. Or maybe I do hope we do. Song I wrote a couple of years ago, well, more than that. It's called Wooden Nickels. I've got some time. You said we'll try, work on things. And I've committed some crimes, but not to never to you. You said you'd wake me up, but I'm still covered in sheets. wooden nickels, I've spent my share. Like jars of pickles, I store them here. In closets and cupboards within my range. I have no use for them now, they've already changed. Dead to them now, they know I've locked them away. Yeah, changing these vows will just give them the way. Take me to the bank, I need to trade in these wooden nickels. They're no good for me now, just put weight in my shoes. But I've been keeping them here with their book of riddles. What's the rate of exchange for the currency you use? Yeah. Dead to them now, they know I've locked them away. Yet changing these vows will just give them the way, give them the way. But I am dead to them now, they know I've locked them away. Yet changing these vows will just give them the way, give them the way. Yeah. Standing there, being abused by you, I thought back to the other nickels who were giving me clues. There are only so many that I can keep in my pockets before burning a whole street all through. Yeah. Well, I am dead to them now. They know I've locked them away. Yet changing these vows will just give them the way, give them the way. But I am dead to them now. They know I've locked them away. Yet changing these vows will just give them the way. Thanks, y'all. Thank you very much. I bought this electric guitar right before we had my daughter, because I figured it was the last thing that I was going to buy. But I didn't really start playing it till like a couple of months ago. Never played electric before. That's all I have to say about that. So this next tune, it's called The Speed of Trees. And it's actually a cover song that I've been playing since I started playing when I was about 15 years old. I grew up listening to a singer-songwriter by the name of Ellis Paul. And he was kind of a hero of mine. Growing up as trying to be a songwriter, I wanted to be him. I wanted to
tour like him and play clubs like him. And whenever he came into town, my parents would go take me down to the local coffee shop and we'd go see him play. I moved down to Jersey and I started playing a bunch of shows with Mr. Ellis Paul, and it felt really, really, really good to kind of come full circle like that. But I've been playing this song since about 15 years old, and sometimes Ellis even lets me play it when he's not throwing it in his own set. So this is called The Speed of Trees. Brushing past the face of the moon. 8 seconds flat on the surface of Mars. I'm kicking up the red dust and drinking in bars. I lay back and raise a toast to the stars at night when I'm dreaming at the speed of light. I just settle for the speed of sound. Blow off this porch, blow a kiss to this whole damn town. Let off one of them sonic booms and break all the windows in your living room. I blow off the hats to the boys at the old fairground. I'm laughing at the speed of sound. Say, go, why don't you go there? If you wanna go, why don't you decide? Pick a road and decide. Maybe it's a plane or a train or a ride. Decide, decide. Your love's got me moving at the speed of trees. Lay down some roots and grow ahead from this make-believe. Well, if it weren't for that face of yours, I'd be rattling the windows, blowing down doors. Look at me here, I'm planted square down on my knees. Oh, my knees. Well, I'm asking for the speed. Will you take go? Well, why don't you go there? Well, if you wanna go, why don't you decide? Pick a road and decide. Well, maybe it's a plane. Well, maybe it's a bride. Decide, decide, decide.
Thanks, yo. Appreciate that.
It's just fun, guys. Sure it is. All right. So, as a kid growing up in upstate New York, whenever it would start to downpour and a thunderstorm would come in, I'd head down to the basement where I could feel the thunder roar against the underground walls. And then when I moved to Jersey, I lost that sense of home, you know. I didn't really know anybody here, and didn't know what I was doing, where I was going. So it wasn't until I met my wife and we had our daughter that I felt that thunder roar again on my back. And so I wrote a song called She Brings the Rain, and I dedicate it to my daughter and my wife.
She is thunder, and I am made of rain. Yeah, wherever she goes, I'll do the same. She could blow the burlap right off of your sandbags. She'd catch you off guard and startle trees in the yard and make your dogs tail wag. Whoa, she brings the rain. Hey, she brings the rain. Whoa, she brings the rain. She told me one day that her hair had gone gray. I said, babe, you look like you. What does it mean? I said, babe, it's a dream that we all have someday soon. Now there are circumstances, some get second chances and settle right back in the dirt. But dreamers like us, we just clean off the dust. Yeah, we feel every bit of the hurt. Whoa, she brings the rain. Hey, she brings the rain. Hey, she brings the rain. She brings the rain. You ever wonder what happens when it rains? The smell of the trees and the dew on the window pane. It's lonesome when she ain't here until she's back. That will remain. When the water pours down, she's so close that I go insane.
Thanks, y'all. Thank you.
When faith has gone home, the war isn't won. When you've spent all your cash and your credit is done. When you've spoiled your red is turned black. When you look at your house, the roaches are back. When there's stains on your clothes and scars on your hands. When the man in the White House speaks threats about bans. When my brothers and sisters aren't treated the same, then I think it's time we move on. Well, I know she lies. This is nowhere to be. From the left or the right, from my head to my feet. And I'm told to stay still. I'm not sure this is home, but I think it's time we move on. Now there's a shadow, a vortex of dance. You get charged with its wreckage that you can't forget. Well, eventually light gets burnt out her eyes, and the stargazers come out and wait with the tide. Well, some say that we chose Chief Tweed and his lies. Well, some say that the world is gonna end in due time. If the hearsay seems true and we need it to end, then I think it's time to move on. Well, I know she lies. This is nowhere to be. From the left or the right, from my head to my feet. And I'm told to stay still. Not sure this is home, but I think it's time to move on. When your hands have been up, they're choking you out, and their pay still comes in while your family's in doubt. When you're shot in your back while you're running and scared, and you wonder if life is gonna catch you there. It's a fine-tuned machine. It's been running too long. Hell, I'm told once it ends, something else could go wrong. If the hearsay seems true and we need it to end, then I think it's time to move on. Well, I know she lies. There's nowhere to be. From the left or the right, from my head to my feet. And I'm told to stay still. Not sure this is home, but I think it's time to move on. Yeah, I think it's time we move on. Yeah, I think it's time we move on.
Thanks, guys.
settle down or settle in. Well, I started seeing it, a roof to shade my head from where I'd been. Well, I started seeing it just to feel like I was home in this parade. Well, I started drinking so I couldn't feel the walls decay. Well, I never thought my life would settle down. I was a 23-year-old kid driving through this crazy town. If I knew the road was in the wrong direction, I wouldn't have traveled south. But you can never recognize a dream until you pick the wrong ones out. But where's my whiskey boy? Well, I went flying to New Orleans and back just to grow up. And I started choking on the way back from Philadelphia. Yeah, when I got to Jersey, the TV wouldn't change its episode. Well, I got some loving, yeah, on a couple girls just south of Mexico. But I let them go. Well, I never thought my life would settle down. I was a 23-year-old boy driving through this crazy town. If I knew the road was in the wrong direction, I wouldn't have traveled south. But you can never recognize a dream until you pick the wrong ones out. But where's my whiskey boy? Well, where's my whiskey boy? Well, where's my whiskey boys? The ones who live or the ones who die, and I'm learning quickly. Well, I keep asking myself why, and I'm catching on. Well, I'm moving kinda slow, but I'm catching on. Yeah, I'm moving kinda slow. Where has my bottle gone? Yeah. Where has my bottle gone? Well, I said, where has my bottle gone? Yeah, yeah. Well, I said, where has my bottle? Yeah, yeah. Well, I never thought my life would side of town. I was a 23-year-old kid driving through this crazy town. If I knew the road was in the wrong direction, I wouldn't have traveled south. But But you can never recognize a dream until you pick the wrong ones out. But where's my whiskey, boy? Well, where's my whiskey, boys? Well, where's my whiskey? Where's my whiskey? Where's my whiskey, boy?
Thanks, y'all.
Yeah, but this is called Open Wave. Zero hours since you went away. Since I've been thinking of leaving this place. Zero hours, the time that it took. For you to go silent, did you think that it'd work? Drink myself empty, drink myself dry with the heart of a sinner. One hell of a guy when the night comes to close. Turn the key to the door, let me in for another. I don't need this no more. Someone's been watching our secret affair. So let's not stay silent, put it out in the air. The time will come soon when I act like I care. Well, the truth lies away, there's an open door somewhere in there. Yeah, wait in the room, I've been waiting for you with the blood of a winner. A low gross revenue when the night comes to close. Turn the key to the door, let me in for another. Well, I don't need this no more. There's an open wave about to close on memories inside of those who loved me. And it's setting way to suffocating the thoughts that lay inside of my head. Well, I try to turn another cheek to write a song that I could keep about you, but I can't. No, I can't. No, I can't. Yeah, well, I know when she's been around. Yeah, well, I know when she's been around. Yeah, well, I know when she's been around. When she's been around.
Thanks, y'all.
This is called the continuation of D.B. Cooper.
Every time I jump out of planes, I remind myself of you. In these get-rich schemes, faces like yours are few. Well, I can't seem to pay my debts with this. Your name appears in all of my green, and I lost some of my memory at the riverbed, but your smile remains in all of my dreams, and I can't watch the planes go by above my weary head, and they won't figure out my description without seeing me dead. Will I ever see you again? Will I ever see you? Don't fall for Richard McCoy. He'll just leave you behind, and you can let him in if he's good enough for you, or you can tell him that I'm the better man this time. Will I ever see you again? Will I ever see you again? Will I ever see you? Will I ever see you again? So for now, I'll hide in my own riches, but you won't tell on me. And the FBI can continue to call me Cooper. Yeah, we can feed their fantasy. Hey,
Well, it's been a pleasure playing for all of y'all tonight, and I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for letting us experiment up here, and let me share my stories with y'all. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much, and I hope that you'll continue to support musicians like myself. We work really hard, and it comes straight from our hearts, and it takes a lot out of us to do this. So please continue to support. It's so nice seeing these seats filled, and it really does, it makes me feel really nice. I'd like to thank Cynthia for bringing me in and to this beautiful space at the Barron Arts Center, and Brandon and Joe running sound, and everybody that's been involved. It's really a pleasure to play shows like this. I wish this could be every night for me, but anyway, on that note, we're gonna leave you with a rock song. It's called American Crow. Well, here I go again. I'm staring right back in the mirror as if I can change where I've been. A vagabond time, leaving all my friends. I'm changing my name when the season comes to an end. Yeah, well, I'm not giving up, just letting it go. Leaving any breadcrumbs or prints to follow. I carry enough baggage with me, I'm not gonna ever let go. Yeah, you'd say stay here and rot away, I know. You put yourself in a picture frame, baby, and watch your reality TV show, yeah. Well, I'm not giving up, just letting it go. And I'm making a friend with an American crow. We all live here. Well, I gotta stay cool. Yeah, I get to losing my mind when I stay. Let me fly to another destination. Yeah, I wanna live my life without being told what to do. Well, it started when I was young, when Doc Crowder gave me a look and he told me that he had to run. He said, boy, you know it's hard to stay when they're giving you all of these rules. We should just get the hell out of Dodge before we turn into all of these fools, yeah. Well, I'm not giving up, I'm just letting it go. And I'm making a friend with an American crow. Wealthy I shall remain, putting no faces on changing names. We all know we're all the same, like American, like American crows. Yeah! Well, I'm not giving up, I'm just letting it go. And I'm making a friend with an American crow. We all live here. Well, I gotta stay cool. Yeah, I get to losing my mind when I stay. Let me fly to another destination. Yeah, I wanna live my life
without being told what to do, where to go. Well, I am taking American crow. Yeah. Well, I am, yeah, an American crow.
That's Clint Newman on the bass, Andrew Oliva on the drums. My name is Joseph Alton Miller. I really, really, really appreciate you guys listening and letting me share everything with you. So I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful night. Cheers.